I think that we're very pleased to have Stuart Sharman on board now in South Australia, and as a vineyard manager from the quality Coonawarra region of South Australia, we're really looking forward to the dividends that are going to come forward to us. I'd like you to welcome Stuart Sharman.
Like all Nuffield scholars, this is an extremely humbling opportunity to present our findings. It wouldn't be possible without the great sponsors that we all have access to, and take this opportunity to thank Adrian Lociano from the Grape Wine Research Development Corporation and Kate Harvey for seeing the confidence and support and merit in my study topic of continuous improvement management philosophies and their application to Australian viticulture. Again, these opportunities don't come easily, and the team behind Nuffield Australia is fantastic. There is a massive group of people: Jim, Nicola, Chantel, Dave Brownhill for giving some feedback from first round, Jono for the state side on South Australia. It is a great family and a great opportunity, so thank you very much. To my employer, Wynns Coonawarra Estate, they are very supportive of personal development, and to allow me to have a couple of years out of the business to study CI is very grateful, and for me gives confidence in their belief in investing in their employees. So, Wynns and Coonawarra. I'm fortunate to work with a great group of people. We are responsible for 920 hectares of vineyard in Coonawarra in South Australia, and this district was planted in 1891 by the founder of the Coonawarra fruit colony, John Riddoch, and is now regarded as Australia's most premium Cabernet growing region for the Western Australians. I'm sorry, Margaret River's got a little bit of work to do. But we're matching it with the world wines from Bordeaux, so it's very privileged to work in such an environment. Wynns is a brand business unit of Treasury Wine Estates, which is Australia's largest premium wine company. We're passionate about wine, we're passionate about our region, we're passionate about our history and innovation. And again, I cannot acknowledge enough the support they've shown me. To Suze and my wonderful family, they've been very patient and very tolerant for my mood swings, and have supported me in this quest of understanding CI and learning about global viticulture. So thank you so much for this. To my extended family, my parents, parent-in-laws, without their help, it would have been a bit of a challenge. Okay, I'd like you to indulge with me. Would you please all stand up? This is a question for the audience. I've got 11 minutes of this presentation, and I want you to remember something. If there's anyone in the audience that considers they do not have a problem in their business or the place of work, could you please sit down? My challenge is, thank you all for that indulgence, my challenge is to give you some tools that will help you solve those problems. It became pretty evident to me as I travelled around the globe that CI is a global phenomenon. It's not a fad. It originated in Japan. It's part of their culture. And you can see it quite noticeably in the way their society acts. Their visual management, this is a train station, there was a lot of order, and some great examples of CI tools. In the UK, I visited processing facilities that were using Six Sigma as a measurement tool to improve their business model. We visited the Ukraine. It was a sauce manufacturer, processor. Didn't have a clue what they were talking about, but could certainly understand that it was CI. We went through Holland and I visited a dairy processing business, and they were using some of the measurement tools to see how their business is improving. In New Zealand, the financial sector, Bank of NZ, this is their goal deployment and their compass of where they're going with their business. In India, very simple visual management, bringing order to a line that was sewing jeans and clothes together. And obviously in Australia, our business is exploring the use of CI in our workplace. So what is CI? CI is a conscious decision to systematically improve your business and the way you are performing. In my observations, there's a suite of tools that are quite profound, but I would recommend that you would achieve this and do it by repeating the removal of waste from a business flow. Enhance the product that your customer receives. Empower your employees to solve problems and to make decisions. We need to check how we're doing and how we are progressing along that circle. If you cannot measure, you cannot improve. Tools that are available, Six Sigma, benchmarking, key performance indicators, they're all common language that we are aware of. We need to act on our observations and our achievements. We need to share the knowledge with our employees. We need to learn by observing. We then need to say, let's do it all again and plan for some more improvement. If you answer yes to any of these questions, then please read my report, because you might find a few tools that will help you to solve the problems. So how are we going to do this? One of the recommendations that I'd encourage you to explore is understand the business direction and set objectives. Understand what is important to you as a business owner and as a business manager. We can create a pathway for success, and the CI tools that are available to us is called the Hoshin, which is a compass. It's a single A3 page of paper. It traps your short-term, medium-term and long-term goals. It identifies responsibilities. It sets accountability for those people within the business. It gives you guidance of what you want to achieve from your practice. Previous speakers today have talked about building capacity and empowering employees. The role as a business manager is similar to that of a coxswain of a four rowboat. Our job is to ensure that the power of that team is being utilised in harmony, and you are guiding that boat down the course in the most efficient way. You can only achieve that by empowering your staff to know where you want to go. This business in the UK, it was a flour business, growing flowers for the domestic market. He was a third-generation business owner, and he allowed his staff to make his business decisions for him. He had empowered them and built their capacity to achieve that. In this picture, they're solving some problems from the previous shift. Practical problem solving. This is an amazing tool that drills down to the root cause of any problem that you have in your day-to-day business. By building the capacity of employees, we can empower them to solve the problems for themselves. We can make sure that that solution is sustainable, and we must ensure that we visualise that solution and share that knowledge. The crew here in Holland had problems with their packaging department. The management empowered them to build some tools that can help them achieve improved efficiencies, and this is the result. They were proud of what they had achieved, and it was delivering solutions that they had identified. 5S. This is an old tool that's been around for a long, long time. It deals with bringing order and cleanliness to a workstation. The simple definitions are: sort out what we really need to achieve a task. This could be in a workshop, it could be at an office workstation. I've seen it in hospitals, I've seen it across the board. Viticulture and agriculture should not preclude themselves from using this. We need to straighten our items, organise and remove surplus issues. Get rid of the clutter. Shine and clean items around the workplace so we know that they work the first time when we pick them up. Set standards about how you want that workplace to remain, and visualise that so everyone understands your expectations. Capture the message of before you started the 5S program and when you have completed it, so everyone understands and is proud of their achievement. This very simple example from New Zealand dairy factory, just a simple shadow board. But you can learn a lot from how this business works by such a visual tool. You know that if something is missing, it's quick. We can ask the right questions. Waste. This is an amazing area of opportunity for Australian viticulture, but also Australian primary production. The challenge is to identify waste in the process of your business. We all have resources, plant and equipment, energy or land that's not being utilised to its full capacity. We have resources that might be sitting idle, people, energy, that is a waste of assets. The amount of reworking, if we ask someone to do some spraying and they've incorrectly applied the wrong rates, they've got to row back and do that job again. That's a waste of exercise. Use problem-solving techniques to understand why that's occurred. Completing too many tasks or over-processing to achieve value for the customer. We call it recreational slashing in the viticultural space. Does it really add value to the bottle of wine that everyone enjoys? Motion. Look at how employees do their job. How much waste is expended in walking from one part of the workshop to the other part of the workshop. Double handling, or the movement of inputs and resources. Can we get inputs to our business dropped at the right spot in the right time? And lost intellect. This is the biggest opportunity that Australian viticulture and primary production can address. We have so many intelligent, motivated people, but we lose the opportunity and waste their contribution to our businesses. So in closing, the recommendations for Australian viticulture. These are not limited to my sector of the industry. I encourage everyone involved in primary production to consider these. We've talked about it with other speakers today, but we need to work on building the knowledge of our employees, our producers, and empower them to make decisions. We need to remove waste from the value stream of our products. The biggest challenge is working out where do we start. For us at WINS, we are looking at business operations. I'm asking my employees to go slashing, consider where is the waste in that operation. Hooking up equipment, where is the waste in that? But also thinking on a high level. How much waste is occurring in the exercise of converting grapes to wine? We need to work on identifying and solving problems in a manner that ensures that they don't reoccur. Some of the CI tools that I've observed are very strong on respecting the employees and the people involved in the problem, but making sure that you identify the root cause and put in solutions that are sustainable. we need to ensure repeatability of our activities and celebrate the achievements that we have come from. CI is about making many small improvements to the work business. It's not chasing the big goals. I'd like to again acknowledge GWIDC, Nuffield National and Twins for an amazing couple of years. It is something that we all acknowledge will remain with us to our lifetime. Thank you very much.